Welcome back to the show, everybody. Lupinranger versus Patranger number 23. Status gold. Now, we got a couple of dynamics working in this episode, so I think we should approach it from the dynamic we are already familiar with. 6 Ranger focus episodes because Noel has to get people to trust him and pretend like they give a shit about his existence. So, okay, how do we do that? Oh, I know. Introduce some brand new villains we're going to talk about a little bit later. And then let that flow into this episode about how Noel is going to gain the trust of Toma. Alright, let me let you in on the scene though. We got Noel sitting up here like, yo, cops trying to sit up here and bust some dudes cooking, but Patrangers can't cook for jack. Like, they sitting up here using noodles in a bowl, dog. And I'm like, yo, them noodles in a bowl look kind of good. Like, yo, me and the missus been going up to the import store a lot lately, you know what I'm saying? Seeing new things, you know what I'm saying? Get new things. Like, you ever know how fire a good shrimp chip is? Like, regardless. So, this is a cooking episode. So, we have one of those. It's a Sentai trope. Every now and then we get a cooking episode. Luckily, we have a one great cook in Toma. So the plan is that Noel and Toma are going to go in and try to use themselves as bait, and then they're going to defeat the monster and everything's going to be okay. End result happens. But let's get to end result. Alright. How does Noel gain the trust and respect of one Toma? It's this simple. Have Toma sit up here still be distrustful. Get himself in a situation that he can't quite get himself out of without Noel's help. In the midst of all of this, get a real look into Toma the character to see what his real true motivations are outside of saving his fiance. And you learn that he's a great cook that wants to share that gift with others. Here's the thing though. Just because I'm a thief and I do this, I want to be a chef and I want to do this. And it was seen that it's the same for Noel. Noel, I hop from being a cop or a robber at any given time, but what I want to do, what's my dream, what's my passion, I want to maintain the Lupin collection. That's what I want. That's what drives me. And that's how you get mutual respect. But on the way, there was a fight where Toma got his ass whooped and his dial fighter destroyed. So, that gave a chance for them to show mutual respect because it was at that point Toma was forced to trust Noel. Because who else gonna fix your dial fighter for you to put in work, for you to do anything? However, here's the thing. In all of this, because there was a cooking, and then the day was saved, the squad show up, put in work, let's get to what I like to call that partway blues, where at this juncture, because we got Dogranio on a squad, they don't really do nothing other than sit up there and just put in work when they feel like it. Destra's always angry, Dogranio spins a blade makes you take a fucking L, and Goche makes things grow, so you do that. However, in this, it was seen that in the meanwhile, in the between while, we got the Rahman squad. You know what I'm saying? They sitting up here running game, just doing what it is that they do. You got the leader, Rahman Garfang. You know what I'm saying? He's sitting up here. He the leader. He's important to this because of this overarching plot, which I think is going to take place over the next couple of episodes. You got Yushi Baroque the Brawl. You know what I'm saying? He the big guy, but he sits up here, puts in work in the kitchen. And we got Giwi Newsy, who we don't know what he do yet, other than deliver L's, because in that fight at the end of the episode, Kyrie took him a massive L. Massive L because we need to get them over. Umika was there. She took that L too. You thought I was going to forget about her? No. But they all took L's from both Ramon and Giwi. So L's get taken because we need to sit up here and see what things do. We know that Giwi, who is still around at this point, because we'll get to that, he can deflect things. So I don't know exactly what his Lupin collection piece actually does. Uji Baroque is a big giant walking microwave, so I guess that's a thing. And it was a dingy man changer, but that's something else. And Rahman, we don't know what he can do yet, but he was delivering massive arrows with hot flashes, just go get done in, and that's what did in Thomas Doubtfighter. Here's the thing: before Thomas Doubtfighter got destroyed, he tried to get in Rahman's safe error, and Noel sits up here and be like, "Yo, that's a status goal." So now we introducing things in the mix. Status goal, what is that? I have a feeling the next couple episodes is gonna answer that. That's not even something Dogranio and them got. So this gotta be some weird mixed special thing or whatever that they just throwing in the mix because they need to. So it is in all of this. Uchi Baroque sits up here kidnapping cooks and stuff, and then defeating them and possibly killing them. We don't get to that part. But Toma does beat him in the cooking contest that his homeboy sit up here and give him the win, which makes him get angry, which ultimately leads him to throw up that death flag and lose his life because, hey, what you want to do? Here's the overarching thing. That given that you got Raimon and Giwi still in the mix, I'm guessing they gonna get knocked out one at a time with Uchi Baroque already taking an L. So I see this little mini arc after maybe 3-4 episodes. It's like, since Raimon the leader, Giwi gonna catch an L next because that's the thing that makes sense. And it's gonna take them 2 episodes to sit up and probably figure out how to open that safe. So this should be interesting because, again, we are still in the midst of, let's get to know Noel while he gains the respect of people who didn't used to like his punk ass. Because that's where we are right now. That's exactly where the story is. Is that, but you want to know what for real, like, all jokes aside, I appreciate that we get to see this side of Noel. Because it's like, before, we really didn't have, like, his true intentions on lock. Like, you a cop, you a robber, you flipping, you flopping, you doing this, and you just doing what needs to be done. But it's good to know there's something more to Noel than what meets the eye. And I knew that over these episodes that we were going to get an opportunity. That's why they call it character development, children. Because the character develops. The character matures. The character is not the same character you start out with than where it ends. I'm like, you watch Toku just like I do. You watch other shows where character development exists, and this is a big, giant character development moment for Noel to count. It just is because that scene was really that scene had a lot of real in it. But for a scene that's acted for a children's television show that sells toys, that was a real moment. A real moment of 2 people who don't get along, who don't understand, who finally see eye to eye. But that's what you need right now. It is very important that we get this across because, again, we have Noel character development. He's trying to get these people to trust him because ultimately, and we've known from previous episodes, his goal is to unite this team under one banner. To see and ultimately understand the enemy is the enemy, but the enemy ain't each other. But I understand beef is beef. You know what I'm saying? That's just where the game is right now at the moment. It can't really be anything else other than that. But I gotta say, for real, like that for real. And I'll say it again. That moment between Noel and Toma was a really cool thing because it's like that was the moment for Noel I've been waiting for. To try to really see, like, what's really under this dude's surface. And now we know. Is that, yeah, right now, because of what happened previously, his relationship with Kogure is a little strained because of how he decided to handle business. It's like Good Striker love him. He anytime he called Good Striker, yo, Good Striker, where you at, pimp? I'm right here, Noel, what you need? Put in work. Alright then. It is what it is. It's gonna be interesting as I sit up here, as I do my thing, and it's catch a spectacular roll that L and that R. L and R. Roll that spectacular. Roll your L's and your R's, right? Roll them things. And they catch a spectacular to really see how this all comes together. Because, see, the show is what, episode, 38, 39 right now? So it's gonna be really cool to not have to wait week to week, even though I shouldn't be. I should be waiting week to week, just like I do with Comment Rider G.O.D. Just like I wait on that every week. So it's gonna be cool to get caught up. It's gonna be real cool to get caught up because I get to see this character development happen back to back to back to back to really see this, not only this character of Noel to grow, but the dynamics between these 7 characters. Because again, like I said, Noel's goal is to get them to see eye to eye. Is that whether that's ultimately in the end game a forced choice or something the Lupin Rangers ultimately surrender, and not surrender like that, but be like, yo, this is who he is. Huh? And then you be like, I knew it, and all that stuff. But that's where the show ultimately needs to end, because given that we got the Rahman squad and all that this ain't probably the last time we see like a small little group broke off from Dagranio squad come in to put us to work from a couple episodes to give them a break from the nothing they actually do. And you sit up here and hope every episode Zamigo shows up, chews on a piece of ice, be's a gangster, and ice someone literally. Because Zamigo's that dude. So, when's Zamigo? Like, I need a shirt that says, when's Zamigo? Like, because all I want to do is see this fool put in work. That's all I want right now. Because that dude is a beast. Right now, Noel, that beast mode right now. He doing work. He doing work. And again, like I said, to really see that's what I'm looking for personally out this catch a spectacular. That's what I'm looking for. I'm looking to really see the growth of this team and at a rapid pace. I'm really looking to see them grow bit by bit, one episode, one case at a time, as they sit up here and have these moments. Who's next to have a moment? Who knows? It's like we went from Sakya, now we got Tome in the mix. Like, who's gonna be the next to get on Noel's team? Who knows? But we got plenty more episodes to watch, so just sit back, relax, and stay tuned. Oh, I'm supposed to end with that. So sit back, relax, and stay tuned. We're going on to the G.O.D. Yo Uncle Triple, live right here on Team GRF TV. You know me and the squadron. We got exactly what you need, and we'll have more after these commercial messages. We promise you. So, continue to stay tuned to this Cox vs. Roger Catch a Spectacular. And we'll be right back after these commercial messages.